Oh, hi. Hi, Ali.
What would you like to say, Anne?
Well, I've just been listening to the discussion, it's obviously a really important issue, and it's a problem. I think I disagree with you because I think that a lot of what you're saying is based on a lot of negative assumptions about parents and about pupils, and I don't think you can have I don't think so, no.
Go on.
What we're seeing in America is the same. We're seeing an increase since the beginning of COVID. They've seen an increase in absence, the same as here. It's not unique to our country. And you also can't have a conversation about the increase in absence if you don't talk about illness. It is the primary reason. It's the key driver for absence. So,
illness on the parents or the kids?
The children, well, and staff. So it's not just pupils that are sick.
They're well enough to tunnel under the school gates.
DFE data says that illness absence has nearly doubled. So 23-24, there was a 48% increase in illness. It has been sustained. Right. So since pre-COVID, there were the level of absence due to illness. What we're seeing now, not post-pandemic, we're not post-pandemic, but the rates that we're seeing now are 40% higher, and they have remained consistently higher. So not mentioning the fact that this huge increase in illness, if you're talking about attendance, just makes no sense. Also, you're talking about persistent absence. The number of children who are persistently absent has nearly doubled. It was 11% pre-pandemic. Now it's 20%. And it doesn't take that much to be tipped into persistent absence. It's 10%. So that's 20 days. If you split that into 6, the half terms, that works out about 3 days per half term. So it doesn't take much for a child to be tipped into this persistent absence category.
So we shouldn't worry about it, Anne?
I absolutely not, and definitely not saying that. What I'm saying is that it is complex, and there are there's multiple factors.
Yes.
That I don't understand how you can have a conversation about absence that doesn't mention the key driver. This is the main reason that children are absent, and it is consistently higher. Why aren't we doing anything about illness?
Okay, and thank you. Do you have any more details about what kind of illness, or is it just general illness?
Well, I mean, in terms of, I know that there's a huge, because you have to separate illness. So if you're thinking about acute illness or chronic illness, there has been obviously a huge rise in the number of children who are experiencing chronic illness. The ONS showed us in 2024 that the number of children with long COVID doubled from March 2023 to March 2024. That number reached over 111,000 children. So we have got a huge number of chronically ill children that nobody is talking about.
I understand that point, and I'm willing to absolutely hear you on this, Anne, and we should look at the multiple factors, absolutely, and if illness is one of them, I accept it. I don't think it's the only thing, and you're not saying it's the only thing, but is it even the main thing, Anne? I mean, parents are also... Okay, fine, in your view. Parents are
it's the DFE data.
Parents are also, in my view, not doing the job that parents should do, which is getting their kids to school.
I'm talking about the DFE data. You're giving an opinion about people's parenting.
Yes, I am.
I would rather talk about the actual stats. And it shows that the main reason that children are not in school is because they're ill. And it also shows us that that level of illness is persistently higher since the beginning of COVID. You can't ignore the fact that, and this is also reflected in teacher absence. So is it the teacher's parents' fault that they are also
I think teacher absence might be linked to the fact that they're suffering stress by the fact that they're abused, kicked and spat at and sworn at by increasing numbers of kids in this country whose parents don't teach them how to behave.
The illness absence is also 40% higher for teachers. It mirrors the absence in children. So it's not going to be, you can't say that is about culture or parenting or anything.
We don't know what the cause of that illness is, do we?
You don't know. We're in. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me that we experienced a pandemic, which is ongoing according to the World Health Organization, and we are now surprised at this massive increase. That is not just in this country, it is being seen in other countries as well. And we're talking about every other reason apart from the main one, apart from the obvious one. We could be cleaning the air in schools. We could be tackling illness. And Bridget Phillipson, you mentioned about Bridget Phillipson, she was one of the most dedicated vociferous advocates for improving ventilation and air filtration in schools. And it has been shown that that would improve health outcomes for children.
Yeah. So,
why are we doing that?
So Anne, why is she, do you think she's being uncharitable then when she says the absence epidemic is the canary in the coal mine for belonging in our country? And she says she condemns the casual attitude towards attendance on Fridays. I mean, if it's all about illness, do you think she's completely on a wrong track here?
I would like the Bridget Phillipson of 2022 to come back. Everything that she said then, before they got into power, I agreed with. She was talking about the fact that our schools are making children ill. And the DfE approach to this, which is absolutely insane, is to encourage a culture of presenteeism. So you have children who are, you can see from the data, are sicker than they were before 2020. We know that they're sicker, so then we're going to tell them, even when they're still ill and symptomatic, we want you to go in. Presenteeism culture, which obviously is going to increase the amount of illness, totally counterproductive. So rather than the DfE addressing what they know is a serious problem, their approach is to say, we want everybody to come in, even if you're not very well. If you've got, I think they're saying was, if you've got a runny nose, don't worry about it. So they know that children are off more because they're sick, because they made that campaign, but they're not going to say, we would like you to stay off, we're going to clean the air.
All right.
It makes no sense.
All right, Anne, thank you very much indeed for making the point very robustly. I appreciate it. Sabina says this.